Head of programs for the non-governmental organization Abantu for Development, Grace Ampoma FIFA, has called upon the president to prioritize the passage of the affirmative action bill. According to her, the government made a solemn promise to the Ghanaian women to pass the bill, and they are waiting on him to do exactly so. She made these remarks after a workshop on the affirmative action bill at the Mensvik Hotel.
We are gathered here to dialogue and to discuss strategies that we can implement to get the affirmative action bill passed into law within the quickest possible time. Today's meeting is an intergenerational dialogue where we are engaging with young people and other key stakeholders to educate them on the need for the immediate passage of Ghana's affirmative action bill into law. As we are all aware, for over 12 years, Ghana has started processes to get an affirmative action law. Based on Article 35 of our 1992 Constitution, which talks about the directive principles of state policy, Ghana is required to have gender balance. However, if we look at our parliament, we have a representation of 14.5% women in parliament. If we look at our district assembly system currently, we have a representation of less than 5% women. Over the years, women have been underrepresented in various policy making and decision making spaces, and that is why Ghana requires an affirmative action law. At the UN level, the threshold for women's representation is 30%, and Ghana has signed on to protocols and conventions at the United Nations to agree that the minimum representation of women is 30%. At the African Union level, the minimum representation of women is 40%. However, in Ghana, we fall below 20% in almost all decision-making spaces. And that is why Ghana needs an affirmative action law. So today, we are calling upon the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Parliament and all other key stakeholders, especially young people, to join the advocacy to pass Ghana's affirmative action bill into law within the quickest possible time. Our President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in his inaugural speech in 2016 and 2021, in 2021 stated that he would ensure the passage of Ghana's affirmative action bill. But as we all know, as at today, Ghana's affirmative action bill is not even in Parliament to begin with. So we are calling on key stakeholders to get the bill to Parliament to ensure its passage within the shortest possible time.
The affirmative action bill, which is in line with Article 17.4 of our 1992 Constitution, has been in the pipeline since the year 2011. And as Robert indicated, people ask us, aren't we tired of talking about it? No, we are not tired of talking about it because we think that it is very important for our country to have this law. The passage of the law is also in line with Ghana's international human rights obligations, the key ones of which are the Sustainable Development Goals, especially Goal 5, which expects all member states of the UN to have reached parity when it comes to leadership positions, particularly in governance, by the year 2030. It's a journey that we are not sure whether we're going to get there, but we think that we need to help push to get us there. Again, CEDAW, the United Nations Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, also talked about equality, and then the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, as well as the African Union, a number of instruments there as well. It's also been realized, people would always give the excuse that we have a number of policies, the 1998 policy on affirmative action, etc., etc. But we are saying that these policies have not achieved the intended purpose. Again, policies are very easy to change. One government comes, they can easily change the policy. I know that when it comes to representation of women at the district assembly level, the government, part of the policy says that when it comes to government appointees, government should make sure that they are at least 30% women. Sometimes it changes to 30, 40, etc. So policies change. And we think that we need a law which is more fair and long-lasting. Many countries have used this, various affirmative action legislation to ensure an increase in the number of women in governance and other leadership positions.
Now, away from that, the much anticipated Ghana